Hey y'all, Joe here from Southern Coastal Cooking. Today I am going to be cooking up a recipe from a Facebook friend of mine, David. He has a shrimp stew recipe that looked absolutely amazing. I saw it the other day in my cooking group. I think it's a Southern Cajun Cooking Exchange, Recipe Exchange. So anyway, y'all just please follow me along. I've tweaked the recipe just a little bit, done a couple shortcuts. I'll post his recipe, if you don't mind, in the description box where you can see everything written down in the fashion that he does it. But I mean, it's just great, y'all. Y'all just follow me. We're going to do the shrimp stew. It's going to be awesome. Okay, y'all, the first thing David says to do in the recipe is make your shrimp stock. He says, you know, take the shrimp heads and the hulls and, you know, simmer them. And I've done that before, and that's wonderful. Unfortunately, I don't have time to make the shrimp stock, and I don't have enough shells. So I'm going to have to use chicken stock. But anyway, I wanted to throw that out there because that's another tweak to make this even better. So first off, what I'm going to do, I've got my pot here. And we're going to put a little bit of vegetable oil in here, and we're going to heat this up, and we're going to cook some okra. All right, y'all, sorry, I got my fan on because my night didn't go off, but he said put a couple tablespoons of vegetable oil in here just to simmer off the okra, so let that heat up here for a minute. All right, so he says add 28 ounces, I believe, of okra, frozen okra. I've got about 24. I'm not too crazy about okra, but that's what we're going to do. Add this okra here, y'all, and use that elbow right there. And we're going to stir this around, and basically what this is going to do is, you know, this will cook this okra a little bit. Just like this, he said cook this for about 10 minutes. So let me set my timer for 10 minutes, guys. And guys and gals, and we'll just stir this around. This is on medium heat, by the way, y'all. So I got about 4 minutes left on this okra. And you notice, you know, the okra gets kind of slimy. One thing David said is you can add some vinegar to it, a few tablespoons, get the slime out. So I'm going to try that. A few teaspoons is a tablespoon. Let's go with almost a teaspoon of that. We'll stir that in. And let that cook with the okra there for the last few minutes. Like I said, just get, I don't know what it does, but we'll let that cook down there. Alright, now that the okra is finished cooking, about 10 minutes, I'm going to set it aside, okay, y'all? Because it's done. That's all we need to cook it in. Right, next, you're going to need to make a roux. Take a cup of flour, a cup of butter, or a cup of oil, stir it in a pot. For about, it'll probably take about 30-45 minutes to get a dark roux. You've seen me make a roux before. I'm not going to take up your time with that, but you want to make a dark roux in your pan. Alright, see how this roux's nice, dark roux? That's what you want to see. Now I can do another video on how to make a roux. I mean, y'all seen me make them before. You can Google how to make a roux, but this is what you want. It's a dark roux. Like this. Now, what we want to do is we want to add, I got some chopped seasoning blend, basically onions, bell pepper, and then celery. But you know, he asked to just add a couple of bell pepper. I mean, a couple of onions, large onions, I think, maybe some garlic. But I'm gonna add this, and we'll add some garlic in with it. Let this cook down. I may add about a bag and a half. Just kind of hurry here. Another about half bag there. And we'll let this cook down a little bit in a roux. Also with this, y'all, I'm going to deviate from this recipe a little bit. I've got some andouille sausage chopped up. This is country pleasing, made right here in Mississippi. And we're going to cook this in. We're going to cook this down here for about 10-15 minutes. Y'all, I'm also going to add about 6 toes of garlic to this. That's going to give some good flavor. And we'll hit up with some Cajun seasoning here in a second. We're going to add the bezels. You know, I mean, I don't use nothing but it with this Cajun seasoning. It's the best. Let's add a tablespoon or so of this Cajun seasoning here. One, about a half. Cajun seasoning, that'll be good. The Tbsp. And I'll put a link to where you can get that in the description box. You know, I'm stirring this pretty good the whole time. This is add a tablespoon of onion powder. So we'll add that to it. And some garlic powder. See how much you see to add that. Half a tablespoon of garlic powder. So we'll add that as well. I'll go ahead and do about a tablespoon there. I don't want to hurt nothing. We'll stir that in. Just for kicks too, I'm going to add a little cayenne pepper. I'll take a teaspoon in it just for get the heat up just a little bit, y'all. It's going to be good. All right, y'all. Now we've been cooking this for about 10 minutes, stirring around. We'll add some stock. Add about 6 cups of stock, it says. So he says use the seafood stock. Like I said, I just didn't have that. Chicken stock will work in a pinch. Obviously, seafood with shrimp stock would be better. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to add about 2 of these. That's unsalted there. The next one's going to be just regular salted. I'm going to stir this around, just get this all blended in good, y'all, with the stock. Oh, yeah. That. Let's try to scrape everything up off the bottom. So it says 6 cups, so let's see how many ounces that be. You know, what you want to do is you just want to get, you know, it could take a little bit more, but hopefully not. That's about 48 ounces of stock, so we'll add a little bit of this next one here. We just kind of play it by ear with that, because that 32 there is what we had. And we'll just kind of stir this around. Also at this time we'll add the okra back. Look at that good slimy okra. Just kidding. Not quite all of it. Not too crazy about okra myself. I know my little girl likes it. My wife not too nuts about it either. But we'll stir that in. It said bring it to a boil and let this simmer for about an hour. So we'll turn my heat up a little bit. As I stir this, you bring it to a boil, and then we'll just let it simmer, y'all. It's gonna be good. So, y'all, before I let it simmer for an hour, before it boils, I've got 2 stalks of green onions I need to add. Go ahead and add that. I mean, that's flavor times 10 right there, y'all. You know, green onions add a lot of flavor to the party. Let's go ahead and add these green onions, and that's gonna kick it up a notch for sure. Another thing I'm going to add here is, he said cube up about 6 large red potatoes. And put these in here too at this point. And those are going, oh man, it's going to be good. Man, I got to get a bigger pot, y'all. Somebody help me. I need a bigger pot. So, that's just, like I said, we'll let this simmer for about an hour. Now, actually, his directions said to let it simmer for about an hour, then add the potatoes and the shrimp, and then cook the potatoes to tender. I just don't like to cook my shrimp that long. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let this simmer with these potatoes in there, because I like my potatoes pretty soft. So we've been cooking for about an hour here, simmering. I'm going to add 2 pounds of medium-sized peeled shrimp there. Just hope they all fit. And let these just cook down a little bit. Oh, and I've got to add more shrimp. I've got these Gulf shrimp that I peeled this morning, and don't know if I'm going to have room. I'm going to just add these little bit by little bit, and we'll put the top on. I mean, these won't take no time to cook. These Gulf shrimp fresh. So I had to cut them in half, man. That's the thing down here in Mississippi Gulf Coast is, you know, the shrimp are so big, you know. a good problem to have, I guess. But you know, for a stew or something like this, you kind of don't have to have them so big. So I just kind of cut most of them in half. So I'm gonna lay these on here. I got about a pound or so of these, and we'll put the lid on after that. So let's put the lid on now after I crammed all this shrimp in there, and hopefully everything will cook there. Y'all, it's pretty much done. Let me say this: if you make this, make sure you use, per these instructions, make sure you use a bigger than a 6-quart pot, because my pot was kind of overflowing there. So anyway, probably 18 quarts. Y'all, so we got it right here. I'm gonna probably serve it over a little bit of rice. Just man, oh man, look, it's potatoes, corn, shrimp, everything. That stew. Oh man, look at all the shrimp in this thing. Gosh dang. Tons of shrimp. Like I said, I mean, this is a real stew right here. Look at all that. So anyway, we're gonna serve this up. Thanks, David, for man giving us this recipe. Y'all, we're gonna give it a try. Old David's shrimp stew here. I add a little bit of sausage to it, you know. Let's see, get a little bit of the juice, shrimp here, everything. Man, that's hot. Man, it's gonna be good though. I know it is. It smells great. Man, that is on point. It's kind of like almost like a gumbo-ish, you know, because it's similar to gumbo. That's really, really good. Man, it's to be great on a cold day or a hot day. Anytime, y'all. I'm gonna try the shrimp stew, man. Potatoes with the shrimp. Oh yeah. Everything. That is nice. Thank y'all so much. Look in the description box. I'll put the whole recipe, his recipe there, and also put where you can get that BZL, stuff like that. Thanks y'all. Please like my videos, sub my channel. God bless.